Hey guys, my name is Punch, ow, and the Pooper, and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry. Uh, just had my birthday dinner with my family and friends. It was great. Had, had a little bit of a nice chill day before coming back to this because 2 episodes ago for Higurashi, we had Rena going like demon mode or whatever. And then last one, we heard from Ooishi-san that because we didn't go to school, that our friends are probably involved with the killings that happened in each. Well, they had at least connections with each Watanagashi and Oyashiro-sama's curse, murder, and disappearance. So we're pretty freaked out right now as Punchy. So we just left Ooishi-san. Luckily, the last one, it was creepy to hear everything, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like Rena turning demon scary. But we're back home, and it's probably gonna get like that again. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good time, good day, and let's see what's gonna happen to Punchy. All right. I wonder how much time had passed since I laid down. It was getting dark outside. My body was soaked in sweat. It would probably be a good idea to change my sheets. Ew. At the moment, the phone downstairs rang. It was probably Mom. Mom was quite the worrywart. Oh, that's right. No one's home. Because I think Mom Mom and Dad went somewhere far. And we think it's because it's like Dad's thing, but I'm a little worried. Maybe she had called many times, but I just didn't notice it. Hello, this is the May Bar residence. Oh, he's alive! Hello! This is Mian. How are you doing? Is this one of Punchy's friends? Punchy is resting now, but... Shall I put him on? Huh? Is this his dad? Sorry. Idiot. You fell for it. Huh? Punchy-chan! After our exchange, we both had a good laugh together. Except I was suspicious of her even as we were laughing. There's no way we're not gonna think anything anymore from anything any of them say, since we know about their backgrounds. Was everybody really involved in the incidents? This music's too. I'm glad because the music's happy, but the music's too happy for this line of thinking. The fact that I couldn't say no saddened me. I'm relieved that you seem well. Rena was really worried, you know? Satoko-chan was happy and said, you got what you deserved. Miko-chan said, how unfortunate, he's sick. Heh, looks like everyone was making a big deal out of it. Well, so, Punch-chan. Oh, yes it is. Is now a bad time to come pay you a visit? A visit? No, it's okay. It's not like I'm dying. My grandma made a ton of mochi, you see. I also to share them. So I'll bring you some. Hey now, you'll catch my cold. Not to worry, both Rowan and I are too stupid to catch a cold. I'm not sure. If something bad is gonna happen, that's like the worst excuse ever. See you! Be there in a bit! She's probably outside. She hung up cheerfully. Rena's coming too? That's what it sounded like. I was so concerned about meeting Rena, but I guess if she was with Mian. But we know Mian's a little weird too. Okay. Luckily, unlike last time, both my sister and my mom are home again. I got BD next to me, just in case things go down. But still, it's like 10. What time is it? It's 9:57-ish. It is 9:57. Full screen. Lights are off. Alright, let's do this. Let's welcome them into our home. If we die, no one can ever say we weren't good hosts, right? I heard the doorbell ring. I heard the doorbell 10 minutes later. How are you feeling? Did you take your medicine and rest? I did just that. It's essentially because she's like because since I'm playing full screen and she's a bigger sprite, all you have to do is take out the shine from her eyes, and then she's suddenly in demon. Oh, I forgot to look it up. What Ooishi-san said that she had, right? She went to a shrink or something, therapist, and she was diagnosed with something. I can't remember what it was though. But thank goodness you look well. I was worried. Sorry, I'll be fine by tomorrow. Mian showed a complete lack of concern for someone who's recovering, and really looked like she was worried about me from the bottom of her heart. We really know what the bottom of her heart is. It didn't look like there was anything behind those expressions. Well, if you just take out the shine, I can see the evilness behind it. I thought we might hang out a bit, but it looks like you're not quite in the condition for it. You don't say. You see my face appeared a bit sullen. Then here, Punchy-kun. These are the mochi Michan's grandma made. Rena held out a package wrapped in newspaper. There might be around 5 in here. It's quite hefty. Ah, thanks. Send my regards to your grandma, Mian. Yep. Ah, there's one that I made in there as well. No, we ain't eating that. It's going straight in the trash. I wonder if Punchy could guess which one. This is Punchy-chan's homework since he missed the club meeting today. There are letters on each mochi, so I'll ask you tomorrow. Were you checking if I was feeling better, or did you just come here for your club activities? I mean, it is them. They do go overboard. Yep, looking fine. I guess you'll be able to make it tomorrow. Man, what are you going to do if my fever comes back because of your shenanigans? Let's be honest. These mochis are probably cursed with her. Because, like, the old people, they think everything. They think that Osama's real and everything, right? Look, Michan, we should be making such a racket. Let's go! The other people here will get angry. Both of them thought my parents were home. You just keep thinking that. It's because the entryway was a mess. You're right, let's get going. By the way, Punch-chan. Yeah? Oh, whoa. What did you eat for lunch? The sudden something weird, like. The sudden question startled me, and I was wide-eyed when I saw Mian. I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. I'd never seen her like that. It was a highly unsettling visage. But why is she asking me about what I ate for lunch? What she said was so inane, it was almost meaningless. The way she said it, it was almost like she didn't care about what I ate. I ate out. She must have suspected that I was with Ooishi-san. Anyway, I felt that if I hesitated or tried to change the subject, then they'd read too deep into it, so I tried answering as quickly as possible. Except, contrary to the efforts I made, there was a pause before they replied. Oh shit! So you ate for lunch, Punchy-kun. The glimmer from Rina's eyes. See, look, if you turn their frowns upside down, I mean, look scared, but then you add shine to their eyes, and it's back to normal. That's what I'm gonna pretend right now. Actually, Rena doesn't look too scary. I mean, Rena looks scary. Like I should. I'm gonna cover her face for now. Mian, I'm actually not too bad about. Maybe also because I know there's people home that I feel better. The glimmer from Rena's eyes had changed at some point as well. It was now sharp, as if to make me feel the feigned ignorance behind her words even more. As if she already knew. That's how it looked to me. Well, was it good? Why are you asking me this? Mian was speaking in an unusually low tone, almost as if she knew that I'd eaten at the restaurant in town. No, I'm overthinking. Punch, we should know by now. We have to be more on guard. We can't just, let things go. I'm overthinking this. I mean, both of them should have been in school at lunchtime. There's no way that they could have known where I was. Seems you're with a rather, I don't know how to say that word, austere-looking older guy. Who was he? Flop. The package the mochi was holding slipped out of my hands. I could tell the blood had drained from my face, making me go pale. Oh? Punchy-kun, who was he? Could it be the person from before, I wonder? It's weird that she still repeats herself, you know? Like she still acts like has a little bit of Rena in her when she's when they're going demon mode. I could feel the back of my throat getting dry. This was no longer a bluff. They knew everything? How do you know that? It took everything I had to finally force those words from my throat. My knees were shaking. Because there's nothing this old man doesn't know. Mien sneered knowingly, and her laugh seemed to carry on forever. So, Punchy-chan, what did you talk about? It seems like you got pretty worked up over it, too. But we were talking about you guys. Punchy-chan needs to play it cool right now. We're just playing right into their hands. I mean, no, I understand we're nervous, but like, come on. It didn't have anything to do with you or Rena. It's like we're just telling them right now what we were talking about. Ah, that's the one. Oh, that one. Isn't it a bit strange to hear our names come up even though nobody asked about that? See, Punchy, Punchy needs to learn how not to panic, how to keep cool, and not how... Especially the thing where he shows emotions on his face. Rina's unwavering gaze pierced through my eyes and peered further inside me. I dug my own... Yes, you did! My heart was throbbing so much it felt like it was going to explode. Well, whatever you're trying to hide, this old man already sees through it all. Remember that. I couldn't even shake my head. It took everything I had to stop my teeth from chattering. She never let her gaze break from mine, even as she tilted her head slightly. Punchy-kun, you don't look so good. I think you should lie down. That's true. We should both head back home. Oh, God. As if nothing had happened, they both giggled at each other and started making their way out. Oh, God. I hadn't moved a muscle since I dropped the package of mochi. As they left, the door slowly closed behind them. All I could do was stare, as if I couldn't move until the door was completely closed. Oh, God, no. Just as the door was about to close, it opened again, slightly with a sudden creak, sending my heart racing once again. Oh! Okay. A single eye peered through the narrow slit, and Mien's hawkish gaze peered at me once again. See you, Punchy-chan. Yeah. I hate it if you miss school tomorrow, alright? Thud. The door closed. I wasn't able to move a muscle, even after the low laughter died off in the distance, and silence once again enveloped the room. Punchy, you can't do this, man. If you do this, we're gonna die, Punchy, okay? If you keep fucking up like this, we're gonna die. Coming back to my senses, the first thing I did was lock the door. Yeah, good man. They knew what Ooishi-san and I talked about? Why? How? No, that wasn't important. Thinking about it now, all of it could have been overheard from the beginning when Ooishi-san met me. Just as Mien said, I couldn't hide anything. Then, what were they trying to tell me? That part was obvious. They were warning me not to say anything unnecessary. What did they deem unnecessary? I only talked with Ooishi-san about one thing, and they were warning me that that was unnecessary. What was it that Ooishi-san talked to me about? The incidents involving Osama's curse that occurred every year weren't individual cases, but were connected as a whole, as well as the fact that there were many multiple perpetrators hidden within Hinamizawa. No, more precisely, that me and Reina, Satoko, and Riki-chan were all suspicious. Is that what they were warning me against? What kind of nonsense? Oh my God, Punchy, he's gonna die. Oh, Punchy, he's gonna die. Hit my own face hard enough that I let out a loud slap. If only that would make me wake from this nightmare, but for some reason, I felt like I was just punching a blanket. It was almost laughable, laughably painless. Calm down, Punchy Maibara. Why did I become such a pessimist? Calm down! Settle down and sort things out. The reason me and New was eating lunch with Ooishi-san was probably because somebody from Hinamizawa just happened to be there at the time. They must have told me that I was there. That made the most sense. Plus, come to think of it, she didn't ask me where I ate lunch, did she? She only asked, was it good? They were just curious since I got together with someone not from Hinamizawa. It's not as if they... If Punchy keeps lying to himself like this, we're like a shoo-in dead. Punchy needs to be smarter. He needs to outthink this. He needs to overthink this so we can be safe. It's not as if they had any ulterior motives. That's it. That has to be it. Thinking about it that way, it was the same with Rena. I was just being strangely ambiguous about when I met Ooishi-san, and Rena was just correcting me on that. That's when I was bewildered by the change in character from the usual mild-mannered Rena, and was just startled by it. That's the most natural way of thinking about it. I felt like my mind was mixed up, like a tangled mess of spaghetti. Deep red marinara sauce would have poured out of my nose and ears if you squeezed my head. Thinking about that, I suddenly felt like vomiting. I really didn't want that to happen, so I stopped holding my head. Lately, I had no idea what anyone was saying. Spending time with them was fun. It didn't feel like there were any sort of hidden agenda. I really do think they're a good bunch of people. Punchy needs to see them for what's happening. Stop thinking that it's just like glossing over that it's like a coincidence or something. No, Punchy has to realize what's going on. When I just moved here, I couldn't make heads or tails of anything. They were really kind to me. Rena was really kind and always looked after me. As long as that strange affliction didn't rear its ugly head, she was really pretty cute. Mina was a really good person. She didn't care about anyone's age or gender, and was optimistic and outgoing. I was never bored when I was with her. And talking of not getting bored, Bunchy Satoko was a good person for that too. She was pretty bratty, but that was just the way she interacted with others. Rika-chan was the same way. She didn't speak often, but that didn't mean she was always silent. They're my friends. But after hearing of the better untold secret of Hina Misawa from Ooishi-san and Tomitake-san, when I was told about Osama's curse, things started going crazy. And hear from Ooishi-san that me and Rena, Satoko, and Rika-chan were all suspicious. After that, everyone changed. That's right. I all started getting weird after Ooishi-san told me all that strange stuff. At the time, I really should have. Should have just not listened to those weird stories. And I shouldn't have heard about the past incidents from Tomitake-san the night of the Watanagashi. If I hadn't gotten the strange sense of curiosity, if I just had it... That's right. So that's why they... I assume killed Tomitake-san. That impudent outsider speaking to the likes of me after everybody went out of their way to keep it a secret from me. But they probably blanked Ooishi-san. They'll probably kill... I assume it's kill Ooishi-san as well. For trying to unearth what everyone was warning was better left unburied. Besides that, he was unforgivable for spewing words that made me doubt the others. Of course, a guy like that's going to be killed. Well, Tomitake-san and Ooishi-san were nothing but outsiders after all. They were entities who couldn't coexist with the people of Hina Misawa. Yo, this is like culty secret place. It's like, we should just move out. Seriously. Those were entities who couldn't coexist with the people of Hina Misawa. Those guys should just fall to Osama's curse and kill and die. Is that? It wasn't their fault. It was my fault for not being able to hold back my curiosity. It wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault a lot. I settled into a daze. It was a lethargic feeling like I had just gotten up, but the ominous chill that haunted me had subsided. I was fine now. I was no longer frightened. I had completely recovered. I'll go to school tomorrow, bright as rain. I'll greet everyone. I'll take part in club activities. It'll definitely be fun. It had to be fun. I was one of them, after all. That reminds me, I need to eat those mochi. I hope I'm able to tell which one Rena made. I remember the homework that the two brought me when they visited me. Oh wow, our club did delivery. That was something else. I picked up the package I dropped on the floor and headed into the living room. It would be nice, I guess, to have some tea with it. To fill my mouth with mochi while drinking tea. Oh, this is quite a delectable situation I was in. Opening up the newspaper, wrapping inside, there are 5 plump red bean paste mochis fit snugly inside. The list is written from left to right on the newspaper. A, B, C, D, E. Now then, they said Rena made one of these. I wonder which one. There wasn't much difference in how they looked. They smelled and appeared about the same. This was a pretty difficult problem. The biggest difference was probably their shape. I wasn't sure what kind of person Mien's grandma was, but Rena's had to be different from hers. Looking carefully, I can see one mochi that was made very neatly. So well, just by staring at it, one could tell it stood out. Looks like this challenge depends on whether or not this one's Rena's. Calm down and think even harder. Mien had said her grandma had made a ton with them and was told to give some out, if I remember correctly. So that meant 4 of them were from that large batch. And what about Rena? She probably only made 1, so she probably spent quite a bit of time on it. Meaning, the one Rena had made was this one. E! For a little moment I thought it had been a trap Mien laid as she knew I'd pick up on it, but that probably wasn't the case. I wouldn't be so sure if Mien had made it, but since she said Rena made it, it probably wasn't a trap. Alright, my tea is ready too. I'll start with the defending champ, Mien's grandma. Let's see. Not bad. The smooth bean paste was soft, and soft, chewy texture left a little bit to be desired. The tea I drank afterwards also accentuated the experience. Oh, left little to be desired. Okay. This was quite an exquisite piece of work. Now, how about Rena's? The creation was so delicate, one would think it was a high-class Japanese dessert. Since I normally had quite the appetite, I was slightly worried about the size of the proportion. But well, first, a bite. This is quite a difficult one to judge, actually. The ingredients were exactly the same, so there was little difference in flavor. What was different was how it was shaped at the end, so it was to be expected. So the deciding factor would be presentation and volume. The well-formed and well-sized champion versus Rena, the challenger whose size you just couldn't get enough of. I'd only had 1 bite of Rena's. I'd probably have to wait until I was done eating to make my decision. Maybe there was something hidden inside that could cause an upset. Choo-choo. It seems my prediction was right. Tongue touched something. It didn't feel like something edible, so I reached my fingers and grabbed it. What? Oh, god damn it. What was this? Before I could fully comprehend what it was, I threw away the rest of the mochi I was eating as fast as I could. It slammed against the wall, causing the bean jam to splatter. Then after sticking for a moment, it slid down to the floor. I was dumbstruck by my own actions. What was I doing? Rena got out of her way to make it for me. How could I? Dumbstruck, I looked down at the hand that performed such a vile act. Then I remembered what I'd taken out of my mouth. At first I thought it was a hair. Even though it was shorter than Rien's hair was still quite long. And it wasn't this short. It was a little bit too hard to be hair. It was thick enough to roll around my tongue. There was a bit of metallic sheen on one end. Ah, yes. There was a oh my god, what? There was a hole where the thread goes, like it was a sewing needle. Yes, that's right. It looked very much like a sewing needle. Exactly like one. The end was pointed as well, quite sharply. It really did just look like a sewing needle. Huh? What did I mean, like, looked very much like a sewing needle just a bit ago? I couldn't answer. But a voice inside me already knew. It let me know by the chattering my molars together. I couldn't stave off terror welling up inside me. Oh god, suddenly I tasted something metallic and felt a prickling at the back of my throat. I stuck my finger in the back of my mouth and felt around to see if I was bleeding. Suddenly, I felt the urge to vomit. A sharp taste of bile irritated the back of my throat. I clasped both hands over my mouth. After writhing in agony, I was somehow able to hold back the nausea. I was finally able to breathe normally again, but this time my heart was intensely throbbing. Then it finally registered exactly what was mixed with the mochi. Before I could even think correct, my hands were already on the move. Splat! Plop! Splort! I tossed the rest of the mochi against the wall. The geometrical pattern of the scattered bean jam on the wall suddenly invoked a terrible omen in my mind. After looking away, I dashed out to the hall upstairs to my room, where I stayed on the covers until morning. Oh shit. I clutched my own shoulders, howling madly in a mix of fear, anger, sadness, and frustration. This wasn't a threat or warning or reminder. Nothing as simple as that. What had happened in Hinamizawa? What is happening in Hinamizawa? What would happen? I didn't know the answer to any of those questions. Where did I break a taboo? Regardless, now Rena and Mien and others, they considered me an enemy, and they thought I should just die. I won't let you kill me. Not for such a pointless reason. I fell into a restless sleep as I was crushed by my negative emotions. It was as if I was being drawn into a billowing, bottomless marsh. Oh. Well, there goes an assassination attempt on Punchy. Okay, Punchy. Like, it's game time. They expect us to school tomorrow, but I think, oh god, we can't even leave. Okay. Ooh, these new tips look heavy. Alright. Oh god. I don't know, it seems... Oh, Jesus Christ. This is getting... Oh, it's getting super dark now. What's a drug that makes you commit suicide? So, something about Tomotage-san. Threat. Oh god. Okay. Oh. It looks like they happened at the festival. So maybe something with Tomotage-san. Okay, well, we'll see. Let's go. What's a drug that makes you commit suicide? Let's cut to the chase. Is there a drug that causes someone to kill themselves? Not directly, no. That's quite a roundabout response. You're saying there's one that does it indirectly? Something that puts you in a suicidal mental state. Like that? That's hard to say. What would a suicidal mental state be? Like a person with a serious bipolar disorder. It's believed that people are more likely to attempt suicide when swinging from depression to mania. Clinical depression and bipolar disorder are different. Clinical depression indicates a prolonged state of depression, whereas bipolar disorder is characterized by a passive depressed state accompanied with a very active manic state. Does Ren have bipolar disorder? I don't think that's what she had. They like a specific name for it. Individuals with clinical depression suffer from low self-esteem and are quite pessimistic, but rarely commit suicide. They do not have the willpower to commit suicide. Interesting. Nor does mania on its own lead to suicide. That has the opposite effect, filling the person with confidence, making them feel as though they're walking on air. Thus, they do not commit suicide. That's interesting. Neither state causes suicide, but when the condition changes, they might do so? There is a desire to commit suicide when in a state of depression, but they do not have the willpower to commit such a formidable act. I see. So maybe when you're gaining confidence. But when they enter mania, they gain a burst of willpower and their body moves as they desire. Yep. I see. So it means they gain the willpower to commit suicide. That's how it goes. That's why patients are given sedatives during the time to keep them from acting on their impulses. Then was Tomotage bipolar? People suffering from bipolar disease generally commit suicide by more civilized means, like say hanging or jumping off a building. Self-harm as though going through withdrawal is something completely different. Tomatake's death wasn't civilized. So one would think it was caused by some foreign substance. Said from the start, tell me from a drug as I said from the start, tell me of a drug that causes someone to commit suicide. There are reports that methamphetamine overdoses produce a condition that resembles bipolar disorder. That's a stimulant. Barbiturate overdoses are also reported to cause erratic behavior. That's a sleep aid. There were no signs of stimulants. Are there any other possibilities? All I can think of is that it's some sort of illness, something like Graves' disease, which affects the thyroid and is known to cause symptoms that resemble bipolar disorder. But Graves' disease has many characteristic symptoms of its own. The disease exhibited none of them. So basically nothing was wrong with Tomotage-san, and no traces of drugs. I wonder, is this something that could happen more spontaneously? Something that fits the case and would cause someone to want to commit suicide all of a sudden? Are you familiar with organic mental disorders? In short, it's a condition where the brain is out of whack due to a physical injury or illness. It can be caused by drugs, but it also can be caused by physical trauma, encephalitis, a stroke, or even tumors. Basically, even without a drug, one can succumb to an irregular mental state. The deceased was surrounded after being chased, and his life was in danger, right? All that stress could have messed with his brain chemistry. He could have hit his head, and those factors combined might have caused him to mutilate himself. It's a possibility. Could you explain it to me in simpler terms? Yeah, there's a lot of just stuff, like... Simplify, please. And shorten it. Basically, he knocked his noggin in the brawl, and that made him go haywire. Then his lady didn't have any intent to kill. Just smacked him in a bad place when he nicked some change. The two plump men laughed hoarsely. But of course, it's not like that. Undoubtedly. If it was habitual drug use, if it was something mental, the deceased body holds the key. How are things on your end? Oh my goodness, look at the time! I need to get back soon, or Kuma-chan will get angry at me. Yeah, good luck! Best wishes. Best wishes. I mean, I know they're cuss, but man, it's just like, almost like insincere. I mean, it could be just be like another case of them. Alright, threat. If it's what I'm thinking, maybe Tomitaki-san. No. Nope, it's Ooishi-san. Herm? Those guys just now. They had national diet badges. Then his prefectural assembly member and city councilor, Sonozaki. Oh, shit. So this is people from Hinoizawa. That's interesting. The prefectural assembly member and city councilor are related. Uh-oh. It's dirty what it is. Shouting at each other's name during elections. While one is up for election, the other one holds an assembly. They double up their campaign activities, blatantly. I don't know much about this stuff, but isn't that against the rules of the election? As long as they have no prior consultation, and there are no restrictions on their political activities. Kuma-chan, the investigation division is going to be pretty tough for you. You should at least brush up on your election policies. I'm not suited for the intelligence division, because I'm dumb. There was a prefectural assembly member, Sonozaki, and city councilor Sonozaki. Also, the mayor of Hinoizawa. All of them were involved with the Sonozaki family. What crap. It looks like they were seen off by the department chief and the deputy chief. It came to me. It came to me. That night, when the chief invited me along to get some Oden, I thought that was it. Who's the chief? You have a lot of connections, so you might have heard something. Did you? Nope. Not a thing. Ma'am, I'll take a tofu fritter and some fish cake. A counselor barked at me in the police chief's stead. Oh my, is that so? Ma'am, I'll take another bowl. Prefectural Assembly member Sonozaki and City Councilor Sonozaki were both intimidating. Our snot-nosed career police chief couldn't even handle being yelled at them, like Yakuza. A petition with your name came up regarding how the investigation of Hinoizawa incident is being handled. Goodness, me? I'm not the faintest. No need to play dumb. You're reopening the past case regarding Hinoizawa, aren't you? I already got my handful of Tomitaki's death, actually. Really? If that's true, then there's no problem. There was a period of silence. While we were silent, we made headway on our food and drink. Ooh, that was quite the feast. This month has been a bunch of losses for me, so my wallet was feeling the pinch. Much appreciated. Nah, it was nothing. Tell me a good horse again. I'll bet on the same one as you. I haven't been doing well there lately. I haven't been able to read the horses at all. Taxi? I'm going by train. The police chief is taking in a taxi. I have my own car, but it'd be rash to drive home. Can't blow it right before retirement with DUI. Even though he could rattle off, it looks like his legs were already goo. Pushing him in the cab, I gave the driver the police chief's address. Well, see you again tomorrow. Happy New Year! Ooishi-san. Yeah. The past incidents have all been closed. Stop lumping them all together. Those villagers half believe it's really a curse. Well, I'm not convinced. You're going to retire next year, aren't you? Aren't you going to pay off your mortgage with your pension and move up to Hokkaido with your mom? Mother pines to return to land of her birth. It's the least I can do. And the pension, well, it'll let me enjoy myself in Susukino. Police chief may issue a special retirement salary raise, he says. A public servant's pension is calculated based on their monthly salary. So if you're going to get a raise right before retirement, your bonus to your salary would be inflated. And you get a heavy surplus of funds. That tends to be how it's done around here. Very nice. Of course, it's not a custom. That's thought of highly. The difference between bonus and pension is quite a bit. I expect nothing less exemplary from our egg-headed chief. But, well, they say a salary is compensation for our hard work, but at the end, it really just has to do with the passage of time. That's not something I can laugh at, but I'll laugh through it anyway. I don't think it's anything exemplary. But given how hard you've worked, it's not odd that you're getting that much pension. I'd like to get that much myself. If I can get it, well, of course I'd want it. You'll get it. You're an adult after all. Sorry for holding you up here, driver. Thank you very much. I closed the door roughly, interrupting the chief's conversation, a bit rudely. It looked like the chief still had something to say, but he just smiled wryly and waved. I waved in return. The cab sped up gradually and soon disappeared among the sea of lights. Oh man. I wonder if I really can repay that loan. Okay, so we're just getting even more into it. I mean, obviously it wasn't as scary as Rena's first like demon out response, but having me in there both is pretty creepy. Although I don't know what it is. Me and even like when with her eye poking through the doorway, it wasn't as scary as Rena. Like Rena by herself, like if I just covered up Mian, I was much more scared. I don't know what it is. I mean, if in the end like Mian's killing me, obviously that's when I'll be scared of her. But I think Rena's is the one that leaves the most, like the deepest impression on me. And I am honestly not looking forward to school tomorrow because Punchy needs to get himself together and like steel himself for what's to come, because they just tried to kill me essentially. So or maybe not kill me, but they caused some intense pain and injury to me. So yeah, we ain't going through that. We shouldn't go through that so unprepared. Just think of it like a club activity. We need to go all out. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this. I know you guys already like know what's gonna happen, but yeah, those are just my thoughts on it. But anyway, I hope you guys had a good Tuesday or a good day for my birthday. And if you're watching this for the first time, go back and watch episode 1, or else you're gonna be pretty lost. But if you are watching it, please like and subscribe. And people who do watch, show your friends. Maybe they'll like it so I can get more subscriptions. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Ow.